Anish, my colleague, is also joining us at the moment. Anisha, you can catch up with some of those arguments that are happening, so we'll come back to you. Munish, the Enforcement Directorate is only quoting statements that they have from Dinesh Arora, Dinesh Arora's employee, who they can't name, Dinesh Arora's CA. This line of argument today in the Supreme Court, when it came to Manish Sisodia's case, did not go down very well with the court, because the court asked, that's all you have, a statement from the approver?
Well, Paulami, the most of, the entire case which has been built by the Enforcement Directorate, most of the part of that case is based on the statement given by the approvers. Now, why approvers become important? Because remember, under Prevention of Money Laundering Act, if a person has become approver, then his statement will be treated as witness in the case. The statements are recorded under Section 50 of Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So the statement itself is an evidence in this case, and this is what ED is telling the court. Apart from these statements, and remember in the Sanjay Singh's remand application also, what we broke this morning on India Today, the same is being said by the ED now, that in 2 transactions, more than 2 crore rupees were handed in presence of Sanjay Singh. The ED here wants to establish the chain that 2 crore rupees were received in presence of Sanjay Singh, which means, or which they are indicating, that Sanjay Singh is beneficiary of proceeds of crime, so he becomes accused in the case. Apart from Sanjay Singh's statement, apart from Dinesh Arora's statement, who is a prover in the case, ED also claims to have certain more transactions indicating towards Sanjay Singh, but the nature of those transactions are not yet revealed by the Enforcement Directorate. If we talk about this case, Paulami, and this becomes important, when the 100 crore rupees picture came in the light, when Enforcement Directorate claimed that more than 100 crore rupees was transferred by the South Cartel to Vijay Nair for formulating a favorable excise policy, out of those 100 crore rupees, ED was able to establish almost 70 crore rupees which were spent by the Aam Aadmi Party allegedly in Goa elections and other elections. So ED here at this point of time claiming that they have certain money trail, but the entire money transaction has not been established by them. This is a fact, but again they are relying on the statements heavily, and this is why the Supreme Court wrapped the Enforcement Directorate today. But I spoke to officials also. What does it mean? What they are claiming, that the statement itself is an evidence. So if we are going by the evidence, no one can deny, no court can deny that we don't have evidence in the case. Of course, this is an ongoing investigation. They have got to know about 2 crore rupees received by Sanjay Singh, and now they will be probing that those 2 crore rupees were taken by Sanjay Singh for himself or for his benefit, or it was given to someone in Aam Aadmi Party. Apart from those 2 transactions, also what ED is claiming that Sanjay Singh also facilitated a meeting between Dinesh Arora and Manish Sisodia. And why Manish Sisodia becomes important? Because at that point of time, he was the head of Excise Department. He was the Minister of Excise Department, and he was within the power to formulate a favorable policy for the South Cartel and other liquor businessmen who got licenses in this entire excise policy. So, interesting arguments are being made before the court, but ED at this point of time is maintaining that they have evidence, they have statements indicating that Sanjay Singh was also beneficiary in this excise policy scam.
Right, Munish, just staying with that, because, the Supreme Court has just adjourned the hearing as far as the Manish Sisodia bail plea is concerned till October 12th. And 2 important things that the Supreme Court has said while asking the CBI and the ED Council, because it has posed some very tough questions to the central agencies today. It has said this is a PMLA case, so you have to connect the person concerned with the proceeds of crime. Can you establish that Manish Sisodia received the proceeds of crime? Supreme Court asks, you have not fully established that proceeds, in fact, of crime reach the person Manish Sisodia and also the money trail. Then how does the prosecution under PMLA come in? Some very tough questions there, Manish, that are being raised for the central agencies, while they say, of course, that they will, in this particular case, as they can, take the word of the approver, the accused turned approver, at face value in terms of establishing the money trail. That's going to be extremely critical, Manish.
Yeah, well, Paulmi, in the court, what we are hearing from our colleagues in the Rouse Avenue court, the ED is explaining the nature of these transactions, and the ED counsel has told the court that Dinesh Arora's employee gave 2 crore in cash at Sanjay Singh's house on 2 occasions. One was in 2021 and one was in 2022. He has revealed he picked up the cash from 1 crore from Indo Spirit's office. Indo Spirit is an accused company. It was run by a person who was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate in this case. Also, they are saying that they have digital evidence in the case in the form of CDR, which means that they have also established that Sanjay Singh was in direct communication with Dinesh Arora, who was accused, and later he turned approver. So what you are asking, Paulmi, at this point of time, ED is explaining that they have evidence not only in form of Dinesh Arora's statement, but they also have statement from Dinesh Arora's employee who handed over that 2 crore rupees allegedly at the residence of Sanjay Singh in 2 transactions, and also they have a CDR to establish that there was a communication between Sanjay Singh, that employee, and Dinesh Arora. So this is a chain of evidence which the ED is trying to put before the court so that they can convince court that we have enough evidence, but still it is an ongoing probe. Also, Paulmi, I would like to point out that under Prevention of Money Laundering Act, it doesn't matter whether you have received the proceeds of crime directly for your own benefit. Even in Manish Sisodia's case, why his bail was rejected by the lower court or the Delhi High Court? Because he was part of the conspiracy. He was the part of conspiracy for money laundering, and the same case applies for even Sanjay Singh. Apart from this 2 crore rupees of transaction, it is also claiming that he was part of the conspiracy which was hatched by the key persons here. He was part of the policy formulation. He was part of this entire scam, the conspiracy, and that is why he also becomes accused in the case. The court has raised valid points that there is a direct money trail linking Sanjay Singh or Manish Sisodia in this case. But ED is claiming they have the money trail, not to the full of extent, but also they have statements, and digital evidence becomes extremely important because ED is, at this point of time telling the court that we have CDR connecting the dots between Sanjay Singh and other accused in the case.
Manish, just stay on with us. Anisha Mathur, my colleague, is also joining us. Anisha is picking up all the details of the arguments that are taking place inside the courtroom right now. Anisha, if you can bring us up to speed with some of the highlights of the arguments that have been taking place inside court.
Well, Paulmi, at the moment as we speak, the ED has, of course, been talking about the evidence that they have. They've been talking about, as Manish just said, the evidence given by one of the employees of Dinesh Arora, who has claimed that he had given the money, he picked up cash from the Indo Spirit's office and given it to Sanjay Singh's residence on 2 occasions. The ED has also said that they have, there are contact numbers and contacts that they're trying to trace. But what is interesting is that the court's questions, the court is very clearly questioning that if you have the phone, you've already seized the phone, why do you need custodial interrogation at all? If you've got if you've recovered digital evidence, why do you need Sanjay Singh's custody? You already have the phone, you can trace the CDRs from the phone itself. But the Enforcement Directorate's argument on that issue has been that multiple searches have been conducted, that the evidence that has been collected, that has to be confronted. Sanjay Singh has to be confronted with that particular evidence. Additionally, the ED has also said that, well, there are total 239 searches that have been conducted at various places. Statements of various persons have been recorded, and that all of this investigation is ongoing. Another very crucial question that the court has asked the ED is that how many times have you actually summoned Sanjay Singh for questioning? Have you summoned him at all? And the ED has informed the court that Sanjay Singh was never summoned for questioning, but his name has come up because during the investigation, after these raids, after the seizures, after the searches, and the statements made by the co-accused and other witnesses. So it's a very crucial point that the court is trying to look at, the fact that Sanjay Singh was never summoned by the ED for interrogation. He was never questioned by the ED so far.
As Anisha, you pick up more details. Munish, one of the questions that the court has asked the ED counsel is that if this was the first time raids were conducted at Sanjay Singh's official residence and of course his office as well, and the statement was recorded. Enforcement Directorate says yes. Court says only searches or statements recorded, both. Now, ED counsel is of course replying to all of those questions that are being raised by the court. But again, is that in a sense, how do you see protocol happening? Should he have been summoned and then, as he appeared for questioning, answered questions or not, you take him into custody? How does the process work? Because several questions are being raised by the court itself right now.
Well, Paulami, to answer it simply, ED is within its right to arrest a person whenever they want. Now, in this case, what ED did was, first of all, they gathered evidence against Sanjay Singh. And remember, few months back, there were associates of Sanjay Singh who were raided by the Enforcement Directorate. Certain evidence in connection with that searches were also, collected by the Enforcement Directorate. Apart from that, there is a statement of Indo-Spirit employee. Indo-Spirit is the accused company, and that employee is claiming at this point of time is that he gave 1 crore rupees of cash to Sanjay Singh. So the second part was established that Sanjay Singh has taken money. The connection between Dinesh Arora and Sanjay Singh that ED had already mentioned in its first charge sheet, which was filed in December 2022. Now, as far as the protocol is concerned, the protocol is that if there is a suspicion that you might be involved in money laundering, in getting benefits of proceeds of crime, then you can be summoned for further clarification as far as the allegations are concerned. But there is no protocol that if the agency, the officials have concrete evidence against any person, then also they need to summon or question that person. There is no need of getting clarity from a person who is accused, against whom the ED claims to have gathered evidence, to question first and then arrest that person. The questioning did take place yesterday when he was raided by the Enforcement Directorate under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Any person before the arrest has to record a statement before the agency, and then only he can be arrested. The same protocol was followed by the ED officials yesterday when they raided Sanjay Singh's premises. His statement was first recorded, and later, after 5 o'clock, he was told that now we are arresting you, and arrest memo was given to Sanjay Singh, and then he was arrested. So as ED is claiming, that they have evidence, based on those same evidence he was arrested, and the court, they will try to convince the court also that due procedure has been followed while arresting Sanjay Singh in connection with this case.
Okay.